Hi everyone, it's Miss Grint, middle school English teacher, if you don't know me. But Mr. Dobbins asked me to participate in a suicide awareness and prevention month video and just kind of talk about some experiences that I've had in my life. I have had unfortunately, multiple friends commit suicide. And I've had even more friends attempt to commit suicide. Something that I wish that people would know about suicide is that it's not the answer, you know? Like, my friends that I think about that were suffering with mental health issues and that really truly thought that it was their only way out, I don't think they really realized the permanency of suicide and killing yourself. So just know that the problems that you might be experiencing are temporary, but suicide is a permanent solution. So I think that's something that a lot of people need to really realize and think about. Another thing that I wish more people knew is just the amount of resources that there are for you if you are suffering with any kind of suicidal thoughts or mental health issues. Like, you could reach out to a teacher, you can reach out to a counselor. Anyone on campus is not going to judge you, and they are going to be there to help you. Some things that, I wish people knew about when I was having a hard time, especially when I was a middle schooler and in high school, is that even if it seems like you have everything together, even if it seems like you are the smartest, the fastest, the most athletic is what I mean when I say fastest, but even if it seems like your life is perfect and you are all together, it doesn't mean that you aren't also dealing with those types of thoughts. So just know that you are not alone, and if you need anything, even if I've never had you before, feel free to come talk to me about any kind of feelings that you might be having. And I hope that this was helpful. But I love all of you, even if I've never met you. I really do deeply care about every single CdM student. So thank you for watching. Bye.
I'm Faith Chavez, and I'm a freshman here at CdM. I've been asked to speak on suicide prevention. If I'm being honest, I never really thought of suicide as an epidemic until earlier this year when one of my grandparents took their own life. This is a sensitive subject. However, 54% of Americans have been affected by suicide, and it's the second leading cause of death in ages 10 to 34. So do you know someone depressed, lonely, or isolated? Has someone you know changed their behavior completely? If so, insist that they get help. Have you been experiencing stress or depression? Are you in despair? The stresses of life are not discriminatory. It affects everyone, old, young, rich, poor, average, or straight-A student. Realize you matter. Your life matters, and there is a better solution. Suicide is a decision that affects everyone around you. Do not make a choice that you can't take back.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt Wood and I'm a student here at CdM. Suicide can be a very sensitive and not a very fun topic, but it's something we have to talk about. Whether it's classes, sports, or friends, high school can bring some very stressful times into your life. Remember, it's okay to feel down, it's okay to feel sad, but it's not okay to keep it to yourself. Reach out to a parent, teacher, staff member, or trusted friend. We are all in this together, and you are not alone.
Hi, I'm Zach Hiddleston. I'm a senior, and I'm here to talk to you about a topic that might not be the easiest to talk about: teen suicide. We encourage you during this month to look out for your friends. Reach out, talk to them, especially during school right now. Online distance learning is pretty hard. We encourage you to look for signs that specifically can be, aloneness, someone proclaiming themselves as being alone or not having anyone in their life. We encourage you also to look out for family members, other close friends, and together we can help end teen suicide. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Teddy, and I'm going to be talking about Suicide Awareness Month of September. And in the past, I knew one person who had suicidal thoughts We did help them in time before they could go too far. That was a process, but we helped them in the long run. And I do know people with depression. And I think something that I want people to know about me or know about people when they're hurting is that you should always, not always, but when you have the chance, ask them how they're actually doing, because I know when you're saying, "How are you?" but you don't really mean it, I think doesn't hurt, but they see that you're trying. But when you actually say, "Actually, how are you?" it makes them feel special and loved. Some myths I think about suicide is that I don't think suicide is 100%, I don't think it's 100% mental illness. Some people do. In my opinion, I don't, because I think suicide could be the cause of one person who has bottled up every bad thing in their life and held it against them, and they just have a hard time expressing their feelings, and they could get to the point where they just don't find a purpose in living anymore. Some things that have helped me when I'm hurting, I think one thing is listening to songs that have positive lyrics in it, because when you hear those lyrics and you actually take them to heart, I think anyone could realize that there is a light at the tunnel. And me being a believer, I always believe in second chances, and I believe that God has a plan for everybody, and I don't think he intentionally makes people's plans cut short. And then some lessons that I've learned in this whole experience, or whenever I'm hurting, I guess, is that I do need to reach out for help, because not everyone is always going to come to me. And I think reaching out, especially to someone who you know will always listen and care about, and care for you, is especially important, because if you go to someone who could potentially take your information and go in one ear and out the other, it will hurt you, and they will pay the price, because that's not a very good listener. But I think especially someone who will listen and talk to you and tell you that you're loved and special is always extremely important.
Hi, I'm Piper Blackband, and I'm here to talk about suicide prevention. Suicide can be a very sensitive and hard subject. Suicide is complicated and tragic, but it is often preventable. Knowing the warning signs for suicide and how to get help can help save lives. Make sure to stay connected with your friends and reach out to your loved ones. Some warning signs to suicidal behavior are any unusual changes in behavior, changes in sleeping patterns, accessing lethal means, emotional distance, and physical pain. That the Miami National Alliance on Mental Illness Helpline can be reached Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., and the number is 1-800-950-NAMI, or info@niami.org.